It's like going to start over because I wasn't recording. Hi, guys. Welcome to Thursday night's team call. Tonight we're going to talk about inviting. Last weekend we had a new coach call, talked about, we just did like a question and answer session for anybody to ask me questions on how to get started or anything that I had gone over in the new coach basics. So one of the things that I could probably do a weekly call on because it stumps so many people, myself included, is the inviting side of this business. And I'm here to tell you that inviting is one of the, let's face it, okay? You have 4 vital behaviors. They're all important. But if you're not talking to anybody, you will get nowhere in your business. So I understand that it can be, so all of the behaviors go together, right? So the first behavior is invite, invite, invite. The second behavior is be proof the products work. So obviously, if you don't believe in the products that we use, if you don't believe in Shakeology, if you don't believe in the workout programs, you're not doing a program from start until finish, then it's going to be really hard for you to connect with people. So you need to do that. So that is 2, very important. Number 3 is personal development. Personal development goes with the proof the products work. It goes with inviting. And then the last one is recognize, recognize, recognize. So in order to get to recognize, 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 you have to be inviting people to join you. Because if you ain't got anybody to join you, who you going to recognize? Okay? So they all go hand in hand, and it's very important for you to make sure that you are working them together. So for instance, inviting goes really well with personal development, because one of the hardest things that people face when they're inviting is the doubts and fears and the limited beliefs that you put out. And this is actually one of the things that I had on my coaching call and why I was like so freaking blubbering idiot yesterday, is because we all have limiting beliefs about whatever this business side, the products, whatever it is. These limiting beliefs are what's holding us back. But sometimes we don't even realize that we have them. So for a lot of people, inviting is very scary because they just assume people are going to say no. Okay? And they just assume that people are going to have objections. And I want you guys to know that it's realistic that people are going to have objections, but you need to arm yourself with knowledge so that when you have an open conversation with someone that, you know, you've done the legwork, you've built a relationship with them. So now you feel like you can openly discuss their objections without getting totally freaked out about them objecting. Okay. So let's just say you go to invite somebody to your challenge group, and the first thing they say, which is, well, I'm not really a shake person. Do I got to drink those shakes? And you're like, oh God, what do I say? Well, so in order to join, you have to get a challenge bag. And well, it does so include the Shakeology, but okay, if you don't want it, it's fine. No big deal. Okay, cool. You're good. All right, bye. And now you're like assuming, right, that every single person you talk to is not going to want the shakes, as opposed to saying, wow, okay, what is it about shakes that you don't like? Have you had shakes? Have you had a bad experience with shakes? And them saying, well, no, not really. I just don't want to drink shakes. I like to chew my food. And then you tell a story which says, actually, I wasn't much of a shake person either. I like to chew my food too. This isn't Slim Fast. It's, you know, Shakeology is a nutritional supplement. So you are, you know, you're getting to chew your food as well. You're just getting all the dense nutrition that Shakeology has to offer. Okay. So you want to, the more you invite, the more conversations you have, the better you're going to get at it. Okay. So many people get so caught up in the learning side of this business, in anything really, that they don't do. You can learn all you want, but you're going to go nowhere if you don't do. So you have to be inviting, and inviting is going to take your business to the next level. It's going to give you the momentum you need to be successful, It's going to give you Success Club. It's going to do all of those things. And the more you invite, you're arming yourself with the knowledge that you need to talk to the next person, okay? And the experience that you need so that your limited beliefs that you think you're projecting onto other people, the more positive experiences you have with inviting, the more you're going to realize, oh, okay, I can do this. That's why Beachbody gives us the Success Starter program in the business, because research shows if you are successful your first 3 months as a coach, you are going to be more successful in the long run because it's going to give you the confidence that you need to succeed. Okay? So right now, even if you don't have the confidence, 1, you need to be doing PD. Okay? 2, guys, you better fake it till you make it. Because trust me, I have faked it until I maked it many, many, many of times in this. So first and foremost, before I get into my presentation about inviting, I just want to go over some announcements, okay, really quick. DreamFIT Emerald City Group is going on right now. It's kind of when it comes to participation, not very many people are commenting and stuff. So I want to keep it going because I want you guys to get the benefits from it. And I'm sharing just 5-minute videos a day. Maybe some of them are going to be a little bit longer, but they're going to provide you with so much value. Bottom line is if you want something, you do it, okay? Getting to Emerald is not necessarily hard, but it takes action and it takes some strategizing. And so I'm trying to arm you guys with the confidence that you need to just do it. Because most people, when they make the decision they're going to do it, they just do it. Okay, so I will continue to post in there, but if it starts to get like really bad with no participation, I'm just gonna stop because I'm doing this for you guys. So if there's no participation, I'm just gonna stop. So second thing is Team Cup. I would love to see every single person do Team Cup. The reason for that is 70% of coaches that do Team Cup do a challenge. Drive their business, propel their business forward, okay? There's something about the word challenge. There's something about the word challenge. And the reason we call our groups challenge groups is because when people like a challenge, they're going to join you to lose weight or whatever their goals are, okay? So the reason why you guys should get focused on Team Cup is because it is something to drive you and to give you incentive to push for the basics that you really should be pushing for every single month, okay? So Success Club, rank advancements, that kind of stuff. They say 70% of coaches that join a Team Cup team will be successful, rank advance, earn more money. So I joined in December. I did hit Success Club 6 in December. January, I hit Success Club 12. This is my first 2 months. February, I've shared this story with you guys. I hit Success Club 50. February was my second month really, because I joined late in December. Second full month, I made $1,500 as a coach, okay? I'm not saying go out and make Success Club 50. I have not done it since. Am I telling you that you can't do it? No, because I obviously did it. And the way that I did it is I invited everybody I knew every single day. I did it at night, sitting on the couch on my phone. I didn't have the great support of, teaching you step by step. I didn't have the get your whatever the book is, get your damn self, what is it together? Anyway. Get over your damn self. Yes. I didn't have that, about the make your master list and stuff. That's why reading it now, I'm like, this is gold, not because I don't know it, because it's so exciting for me that you guys are reading it so early on as coaches. Like, oh my God, like this is such good information. So for me, like a master list, screw it. I use my Facebook contact list as my master list. And I went through every single person. I didn't prejudge them. And I literally just invited them. Hey, not sure if you know anything about Beachbody, but I became a Beachbody coach and I'm going to be running this challenge group. P.S. never even made a date for it. Okay. I was like, I'm going to be running this challenge group and I don't really know what I'm doing. But would you be interested in joining me? And I was just relentless. And I invited about 5 to 10 people, and it made me want to poop my pants. And it made me like so freaked out. I was like, I don't like this. This is stressing me out. But the reason I did it is because it was a challenge. And I am one of the most competitive people you'll ever meet in your entire life, which could be a downfall at some point, because the comparison game can be rough, okay? But my point is that every single person should do Team Cup. Everybody who's wavering on, well, I don't know. And I never want to hear anybody say, I'm not going to hit Success Club or whatever, because yes, you will. If you believe you will achieve it, okay? You have to set your mind right. If you think in abundance, you will have abundance, okay? You have got to let go of the mentality that you are not good enough. You don't have anything to offer. You're a new coach, so why would somebody want to join you? I don't know that many people. You've got to let go of all of that stuff. You just have to set your intentions, set them right now. I'm going to make Success Club in February, so I'm going to join a team because I want to win prizes. It's going to be fun. I'm going to learn even more about the business, and I'm just going to do it, okay? So please, please, please do that. I shared in the team page today that in 2 weeks, Cindy and Alex and I are going to Utah for our big Uplines team retreat. It is so exciting. I shared this too, but I've had it on my vision board to take you guys on a retreat, and it's on the calendar. It's on the calendar for October, and I want all of you guys there, okay? And I want you guys to earn your way. I want you to earn your way, and I want to make it a pampering weekend, and I want to make it so much fun. Can you do it? Yes, you can do this, okay? But you have to set your mind to it, and you have to just do it no matter what. You got to let go of the doubts. You got to let go of the fear. You got to let go of the excuses, and you just got to do it, okay? So let's get into the presentation. I share this quote because this is one of my favorite quotes ever in so many different ways. If you never ask, the answer is always no. Stop assuming people are going to say no until you hear the words that are coming out of their mouth, okay? Either they say yes, either they don't respond, they say not right now, which is not a no, or they say no. If they say no, then you take it off the list. If you have all of these other options, why are you going to assume they say no? You don't know. Maybe they've been following you and your posts. Maybe they really, really, really want to join you, but they're so vulnerable that they just feel invisible and they're not ready to come to you. But if you don't ask them, then they won't join you. So you must get out there and you must ask, okay? The number one thing that I have found to be a big, huge driving force in my success of hitting Success Club every single month. Because aside from December in 2014, when I hit Success Club 6, because I signed up at the end of the month and I knew nothing of what I was doing, I have hit Success Club 10 every single month following. It is a non-negotiable for me every single month. I work my tail off in inviting early on in the month so I can get Success Club done and in the bag, because I hate to invite. Yes, you heard me say it. I cannot stand to invite. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. It makes me feel, well, I don't like to invite as I'm preparing myself mentally and emotionally to invite. Once I'm in inviting, I'm like, oh, this is good. No, I really do believe in this. Okay, I'm good. I can have these conversations. But it's so much easier if you have something to invite to. So sitting down with a calendar and planning your calendar out for the entire year and saying, in this month, I'm going to hold a challenge group. It's going to start on this date. And then on next month, I'm going to start a challenge group. It's going to start on this date. And the following month, and so forth. Because as you're talking to people and you have something, a date on the books that you can invite to, it just makes it a whole lot easier. It makes it a whole lot easier if you say, hey, so-and-so, just wanted to see if you wanted to join my challenge group that I'm starting on February 12th. Do you have any health and fitness goals that you would like to achieve? And that's how you start a conversation. Guys, that's an invite. That's it. It doesn't have to be this big novel. And as new coaches, I know that we're always like wanting to just spew information at people. You're just like, wow, and then and then by like, you know, the third paragraph, they're not even reading what you're saying. So a simple like, hey girl, I haven't talked to you in a while. I just wanted to shoot you a message. So I'm running this challenge group starting X date. And do you have any health and fitness goals that you'd like to achieve? Just wanted to see if maybe you'd be interested in joining. And so you leave the ball in their court so that they must respond. Okay, so you should be running challenge groups. I would say, so your first month, and I'm doing actually a 90-day coach boot camp, if you will. I'm designing that to go forward. And I'm trying to make it as duplicatable. I don't know if that's a word. Whatever. I'm trying to make it so that you guys can duplicate it and you can take it to your teams. Because what happens is, and I've said this over and over again, as people get overwhelmed, they just want to throw the towel in. But people will get overwhelmed with just the information without doing. And then they quit without doing. And it's so frustrating when a coach comes to me or I get a coach cancellation email and they say, this just isn't for me. And really, I want to shake them and say, really? It's not? You didn't even try. You know, and I know it's because they got overwhelmed and they just got overwhelmed with all of the information. So the very first month, I would tell you, get into a challenge group yourself. Even if you were in challenge groups in the past, get in a challenge group as a coach now, coach mindset, and start to really pay attention to the posts that your coach is posting, that I'm posting if you're in my group, and really start to dissect how the structure of a challenge group is so that you can start running your own challenge group going into month 2. And then going forward, you should be running one challenge group at least a month, every single month, so that you have something to invite to. And these groups can be anything. They can be free clean eating groups. They can be paid groups. So the health bed or whatever, where you require people to purchase challenge packs. And they can be coach sneak peeks. Guys, you should be running information stuff like this about coaching, and you should be running it immediately. Yes, I am here to use as a resource, but I don't want you guys to use me as a crutch. This is your business. This is your business, and you are responsible for your business. Each of you are on my team, but you have your own team to run. At any point, you start your team, you make your name, you could say, bye-bye, I'm branching off and I'm doing my own team organization. That's the amazing thing. Now, I'm always going to be here to support you and to give you the resources that you need, but you should be watching what I'm doing, because all of this stuff you can duplicate yourself, and then you can take that to your customers. You can take that to your coaches. And I don't care if you copy and paste some of my stuff, okay? I don't care if you do it. Now, if you're posting it on your personal page and maybe we have some friends in common, I would say change it up, change some wording, add your picture, make it your own, okay? And don't be copying and pasting anybody else's from any other team, because that's just not good. Okay, so how to invite. There's many different ways that you can invite. We think of inviting that you have to see someone face to face and ask them. And every time we think of that, we just get so freaked out. You get overwhelmed at the thought, you get paralyzed in fear, and then what happens? You don't invite, okay? Inviting can happen via private message. It can happen Messenger on Facebook. It can happen text message. It can happen via email. Inviting can be to ask someone for referrals. Okay, so a really great way to turn a no around is to say, okay, I understand you're not interested, but do you know anybody else that might be right now? Because if so, I would love to talk with them. You can advertise on social media. You can post about your challenge groups and stuff. And before, I say this is a way to invite, I want you guys to know that this is not the only way to invite. Please do not rely on social media to bring all of your customers in alone. There are going to be people that are attracted to you over time. That's the beauty of this in social media. But you can't rely on putting a post up that says, looking for 5 women to join my group, and then you don't ever send a private message out. You have to be doing all of this at once. It's kind of like throwing everything at a wall and hoping something is bound to stick, okay? Attraction marketing, which I mentioned, attraction marketing is from you posting every day and just, sharing, then eventually people are going to be drawn to you. And I'm going to share some examples of that as I share these slides. How to invite is relationship building. Okay, relationship building means building new relationships with people, networking with people, going to every single event you are invited to. And I get it, you're going to be tired or you have excuses or you're like, I don't want to go. But think of the people that you can meet and think of how that can grow your business. And I don't mean in a skeevy way. I just mean that you can build relationships because you just never know who's going to be your next rock star coach. And please make sure to follow up. You guys don't know how often I am following up. I am following up all the time, constantly with people. If people say yes, I'm following up with them. If people don't fill out say I submit their stuff, they're like, yeah, I'm going to sign up. And all of a sudden it goes into la la land. People, gets caught up in this. Oh, okay, well, I've sent them their registration, so they're just going to do it. No, that's not how this works. It says you have to follow up with them. Hey, listen, just wanted to make sure you got everything in. Our group starts on such and such date. What can I do to help you get it in, get your stuff ordered? I just want to make sure you have your package in time. Hey, listen, do you have 10 minutes that I can get on the phone with you and help walk you through the order process? Because I know it can be a little daunting, but I just want to make sure that I can help you do that. Most time, people are not putting you off. Most time, people are busy, okay? If Patty hadn't followed up with me, if my coach Patty had not followed up with me, I wouldn't have signed up. It's not because I thought she was annoying. It's because who was she to me? I had so much other shit going on. If she sent me a message, I wasn't like, oh my God, that Patty woman is messaging me again. No, I was just so busy in my own life that I was like, all right, I'll get to it when I get to it. And then I never got to it because I forgot. But if you're following up with people, they'll never forget. And so it's okay if somebody goes ghost on you for you to respond and say, hey, listen, last we talked, you were all game for this. Can you tell me what's going on? Did you change your mind? Was it something I said? It's okay for you to ask them to be honest with you. But the thing is that you must keep a conversation going. You must have a beginning and you must have an end. The worst thing you can do is get a no response. The worst thing you can do is someone go ghost on you. I mean, how do you feel if you're dating someone and then, everyone, especially women, we want that sense of closure. Okay, so when you're inviting, you want the same exact thing. But these are the ways that you can invite. So I'm going to go through each one. So private messaging, okay? You got to make the ask. You have to make the ask. And I know you're probably thinking, how do I invite these people? Like, how do I go from having a conversation with them and building a relationship with them and reconnecting with them to asking them? Isn't that weird? Are they going to see right through me? If you're posting on your social media, they know what you're doing, okay? And so it's kind of expected that you will ask them. Please don't message some complete stranger and say, will you join my challenge group? Because that's going to be kind of weird. Can you send cold messages like that? You can if you establish a different kind of connection. Meaning you meet them from like a like page or whatever, something like that. Or you meet them through somebody that was a referral. And so they kind of know where you stand. But make the connection first. So let's say you've been friends with somebody for a while. Now you've been forming them. We'll go over forming, but pretty much it just means that you are building the relationship with them. And you've been liking their stuff on Facebook or whatever, and now it's time to invite to your group. And so you send them a private message that says, hey, Steph, hey, how are you, girl? I love the pictures of your girls. Remember, you've been liking their stuff, so they know that you're liking their stuff. Hey, I wanted to reach out and ask you a question. Would you have any interest in joining my next online fitness accountability group that I'm starting on September 5th? Remember, I put a date in there. These groups are filled with other moms. Now I'm connecting with her because she has girls. and I think that you would really love it. Would you like to learn more to see if you are interested? I have not given her an open-ended question. I am asking her to respond yes or no. Or a really good way that I like to put is, what do you think at the end? Like, this is what I'm doing, blah, 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 blah. What do you think? Because it opens it up for them to answer me. You never want to say, all right, just let me know, because let me know means you don't have to get back to me, and we want them to get back to us, okay? So make the ask. The worst thing you can do is build a relationship. And Josh Coates said it in our training last month that we did. He said, you know, when you're trying to form someone or you're trying to build a relationship with them, and so you're connecting with them off their cat, and then you find yourself having like months-long conversations about their cat, and you're like, oh my God, how many ways did I talk about your cat? And you don't ask them to invite. And then you're just at this point, like, you've lost your window. You're like, screw it. I guess I'll just be talking to them about their cat forever. So make sure you ask them. And as for referrals, like I said, don't be shy. You know, you can say, hey, I'm sorry to hear you're not interested in the group for yourself, but I can understand where you're coming from with the crazy busy schedule. If you find that your schedule slows down in a month or two, please know that I run these groups monthly. Remember, because you have them on your calendar already, right? And I'd love to include you on another one. Would you by chance know anyone else that would like to participate in this group? I'd love to speak with them if so. It's also like dating, because as soon as you take the carrot away from someone, then they're going to be like, well, if my friend is going to do it, now I want to do it, okay? And what this does is asking someone, even if they say no, they're going to start following you more. This is why consistency is really important for you to be posting on your page. Because when you're posting on your page and you're talking with people, you know, and they say, no, I don't want to join you, it's so important for you to be posting on your page, because then when they come back to your page, they're seeing you're consistent. People want to know that you are not going to leave them high and dry. They need to know that you are serious about what you have to offer. Are you proof that the products work? Or are you posting about your pizza and your cake and your this and your that? It's okay to post about those things in moderation, but are you posting about your workouts and your Shakeology? Are you talking about how coaching is changing your life, how this community is changing your life? If you're not talking about any of those things, you're going to invite someone, they're going to go to your page, and they're going to never, ever follow you again. If you ask them to join you, they're not ready right now. They're going to start following you. Now they're going to actually go to your page even more to see what's she doing. Okay, well, what groups is she running next? And then once you follow up with them, right, because you have to follow up with people, then they're going to be ready. So it's very important for you to be doing all of this at once. Advertising on social media means like putting up a post. Advertising on your like page is a completely different concept. But putting up a post, and I would encourage you to do it at least once a week, okay? And, you know, you can talk about how this business has changed you. And it doesn't matter if you're a new coach. You can talk about what about this community has changed you. It doesn't have to be some lavish financial story. It doesn't have to be, you know, I paid my mortgage off. It doesn't have to be about that. It could be, I was lost and I felt alone and I never had anybody. I never succeeded in the past with my health and fitness goals because I never had the support. And now I have that. Do you understand how much and how far that goes? So saying that out loud to people and speaking to your market, remember we talked about branding, they're going to really connect to you. So putting up a post like this, I'm so grateful I have an amazing community to support me on my journey to better health. I definitely wouldn't have lost 92 pounds without it. It is the glue that binds everything together, and I want you to benefit from this as well. This is your making an ask in a post. Starting on September 5th, I'm going to be running an online fitness accountability group for people that are looking for extra support. If you'd like to focus on your health and fitness and could use a group to keep you on track, shoot me a message or comment below so we can chat. Trust me, this will change your life. You always want to make sure that you end your post with a call to action. A call to action is message me, comment, drop your email below, something like that, so that they're not left in la la land like, all right, well, she's running a group. What do I do with that? Because again, people are not going to reach out to you at least, right away and say, okay, I want to join you. It's very seldom that happens. So you want to just make sure that you encourage them, just say in and I'll message you so that you're not doing the work. This is actually really cool because Heather is now on our team. Okay. And I did this when Heather was just a customer. And so her story of how she came to me was very neat. And I'll read it to you because I know it's so small. But the beauty of attraction marketing is that from you posting and sharing your stuff consistently, people are watching and then they come to find you, not even just friends. Somehow they've connected with you. Maybe they've added you as a friend through somebody else in the neighborhood. Maybe they're so-and-so's mom. Heather just so happens to be a teacher at the school right next to my house, lives in my neighborhood. And I may have connected with her because Michaela was going to school, so I was connecting with all the teachers. And I never messaged her because I kind of didn't want to be in a place where I made anybody in my community feel uncomfortable as a mom. And I didn't want it to cross any lines, at least at first, with Michaela going to school. So I had added Heather as a friend and she was friends with me. And one day out of the blue, she sent me a message. And she just said, I just want to thank you for your inspiration. Though it was a tiny baby step this morning, I worked out and I thank you for the motivation. I had never spoken to her before this. And that was such a huge message for me to get because I told you guys this last night in my very not sad, but my emotional video that my why is to inspire people to believe in themselves. And to get a message like this just is amazing. And so she said, I said, that's awesome. You go, girl. And then she messaged me again. Okay, you continue to inspire. I've worked out 4 out of 4 of the last few days, made smarter food choices, and I've lost weight. Sorry if it's weird that I've reached out to you. You don't even know me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you're a rock star. That is awesome. Thank you so much for sharing this with me. And then I just made the ask. Have you ever considered giving one of my challenge groups a try and doing a Beachbody program? And I said, weird, no way. I love it. You don't know how much that inspires me. Thank you. And she said, I've totally thought about it, but I have been hesitant. And I said, you're in Clarksburg, right? We should meet up for a drink or coffee sometime. Well, you guys know the rest, okay, right? So she signs up with a challenge back and she is a coach now, and she's doing it for her journey. And she came to Super Saturday with us. But that's the beauty of this and sharing your journey 3 to 5 times a day consistently. If you want to make this business work, you just got to do it. And doing that every single day, day in and day out, though it might seem mundane and it's not instant gratification, it's not going to be something that you're going to see happen overnight, but I guarantee you're going to wake up. I had a customer reach out to me this month and I got a message in my message requests. And she said, hey, Steph, and you'll see her. She's in our Beachbody Health Bet. She said, hey, Stephanie, I'm in the market for a new Beachbody coach and I found you and I'd like you to be my coach. Oh, okay. Twist my arm. Like that does not happen so easily. But it's from me being consistent because when people then want to sign up with somebody, they want to know that they're in good hands. So be the person that you're going to take care of them. Be the person that's consistent. Do you have to have it all together and know it all? No. They just need to know that you're going to be there supporting them the entire time. They just need to know that you're going to be there to hold them up and to share their struggles and everything. If you're consistent, then they're going to know that about you. So you must be consistent in your posting. Build relationships. A cold invite will fall onto blind eyes and will result in people getting annoyed with you. So, if you add somebody as a friend and you, instead of sending them a message and being like, hey, thanks for the ad, the wrong thing to do would be able to say, hey, I have this challenge group starting. Do you want to join me? That person's going to be like, what? I don't even know you. You have to build a relationship with them. And maybe it's as easy as, sending somebody a message and saying, hey, thanks for the ad. I noticed we had some friends in common from such and such. And, yeah, excited to get to know you or something like that, or excited to connect with you. And then just see where the conversation goes from there. Start to like their posts, start to comment on their posts. You'd be surprised how close you can get with somebody from social media. I mean, a lot of us have not met in face-to-face. So you can become really close with people via social media if you build that relationship. I sent a message today to somebody just to build a relationship. And somebody I had added as a friend, and I'm not really sure how I know her or what mutual friends we have, but she had posted that she had a really rocky start to 2017 and that she was really grateful for her girlfriends and that sent her flowers and that it all made it better. I went to her page. She's a marketing somebody in California. And I felt like connected to this girl and what she posted. And so I just sent her a message and I said, hey, I wanted to say thanks for the ad, because she added me like a couple weeks ago. I said, I wanted to say thanks for the ad. We had some mutual friends in common. I'm not really sure. I'm very honest. I'm not really sure how we're connected, but, whatever, looking forward to getting to know you. And then she said, and then I said, and I hope this is not weird coming from a complete stranger, but I saw your post about having a rough start to the new year. And I just wanted to wish you well. I am a big supporter of building women up. And so I just thought that, maybe you could use a message like that. And then I just said, I too don't know where I would be without my friends. And she just wrote me back and she was like, something like, sweetest message ever. Thank you so much. And, so I just planted a seed in her. And will it go anywhere else? I don't know. I don't even know. That's not really my intention. But what I've learned in this business is that I've made some amazing friends. And I can say that about all you guys, from putting myself out there and just talking to people, just, really building relationships. You're going to know as you start to talk to people whether or not they're going to fit into your challenge groups or whether or not you want them on your team, but you'll never know if you don't ask them. Okay. So build those relationships with people, and follow up. You have to follow up. Like, I can't say it enough. If somebody says yes, and I know that a lot of coaches, seasoned coaches, that are on this call or that have gone through this before, and I've gone through this too. Somebody says yes. You put all your eggs in that basket because maybe you're just so close to Success Club and you're like, taking myself off the gas pedal. This person said yes. She is pumped. I just sent her the order information. She is on fire. She's going to order tonight. You're just sitting back like, yeah, I'm good. And then the next morning you wake up and you check your Coach Online office. Well, she didn't order. So you're like, that's strange. She was really pumped to order. So I'm sure it's just because something came up. But I'm going to give her space, okay? And then you let the day go by, and by that night, she still hasn't ordered. Now you're like, all right. Well, by the next day, she still hasn't ordered. And now you're like, oh gosh, okay, well, why isn't she ordering? And instead of sending a follow-up email, you just kind of said, either you throw your hands up or whatever. When a simple follow-up email could just say, hey girl, I noticed you hadn't placed your order. Just wanted to follow up. I know you're super busy. Do you have 10 minutes to get on the phone? I can walk you through the entire process to make it as simple as possible. What are you doing later? And it's not pushy. It's giving people a specific time to do it. And most people will actually appreciate that with as busy as their lives are. So people don't say yes right away. They just don't. I'm here to tell you that. Don't get discouraged when you invite people and they don't say yes right away. Don't doubt this business as coaches. Don't doubt the lives that you can change with people just because they don't say yes right away. Most people don't say yes. It takes some coddling and it takes a lot of follow-up. And sometimes it just takes a follow-up to say, hey, how are you? I just wanted to say hi. Saw your posts, and I know this is going on in your life and just wanted to follow up. It goes a long way. And be genuine, be real, be raw, be genuine with these people. And I go on to share, and I'll share these slides with you, but I go on to share some examples about how follow up with this certain person. And now she's a discount coach actually on our team as well. She and I connected because we played soccer together in high school, and at first she was like, no, it's too expensive. And then she reached out to me, and so the rest is history, right? She drank Shakeology every month, and now she's a discount coach. So when to invite. Guys, you should be inviting every single day. You should be inviting when you're talking to your family. You should be inviting when you're talking to your friends. You should be strategizing who you're going to invite the next day. You should be inviting every single day. I have on here, you should invite 5 to 10 people. And actually, that's a little overwhelming. Okay, so if you want big, big, big numbers, yes, you should be inviting 5 to 10 people a day. And if you're going to do only 5 days a week and you want to take the weekends off, then maybe you invite 5 to 10 people a day, and then you take the weekends off if you want. At least with inviting, you still should be posting 3 to 5 times a day, every single day. But I would say realistic numbers are about 3 people a day, okay, to your challenge groups. And I have that spreadsheet that I've shared with you guys, which literally has, it's an Excel spreadsheet, or I did it on my Mac, but it just tells you what to do. Add friends, share your posts, do your workouts, drink your Shakeology, invite so many people to challenge groups, invite so many people to coaching. You have to be having both conversations if you want to drive your business forward. So invite some to your free groups, others to your paid groups, and then others to the business opportunity. Like I said, you got to be inviting to everything, okay? Everything. And so no matter what you do, never stop inviting. The second you let off of the gas, the second you are going to see a major lull in your business, and the second you're going to get freaked out about, not wanting to invite again. And trust me, I go through this too. There are days where I'm like, I don't want to invite. And I just have to eat that frog. Eat That Frog is a book by Brian Tracy, and it's true. It's about procrastination. What happens is, with the tasks that we don't want to do, we normally push them to the last bit, okay? It's what people do with their workouts. They push it to the very end of the day, and then what happens? Now you're overexhausted, you don't want to do it, you make up some crazy excuse, and you don't do it. And somehow you find some sort of, it feels okay, But then you end up feeling disappointed in yourself, discouraged, upset, anxious, because you're not doing it. So the best thing I can tell you to do, and this is why I set my alarm for 5 a.m. every morning, because it sucks, it does, is I get up every day at 5 a.m. and I eat that frog so that the rest of the day I can enjoy. That is why I push and push and push to do invites at the beginning of the month to hit Success Club by the 10th of the month, because I eat that frog early so that the rest of the month is smooth sailing. That's my strategy. You can do it different if you want. As long as you get it done, that's what's most important, okay? But you must be inviting. Romy says it in the book that we're reading, Get Over Your Damn Self. She says, you must be having more conversations with people. You just have to. If you want to drive this business forward, you need to be talking to more people. I'm not talking about vomiting Beachbody, okay? Guys, people don't connect with Beachbody. They connect with you, okay? They connect with your story. They connect with you. So it's so important for you to be putting yourself out there. And then allow the products to be included in that, but don't lead with the products, okay? Because what ends up happening is people are like, oh my God, I get it already with the Shakeology. Fine, you're drinking Shakeology. I don't know if you guys saw the other day, but the video that I put up of Chloe when she was being funny and doing my hair, my Shakeology cup was right in the front. I didn't say anything about Shakeology. I didn't have to. It would be weird if I was walking around like, and this is how we do it in our social media, and people do this, but it would be weird if you were walking around regular life like, hi guys, I'm drinking Shakeology. I'm drinking Shakeology there, guy at the grocery store. Hi, I'm drinking Shakeology. It's kind of weird. So in real life, so you have to translate that into social media, but make it about you. Yes, Shakeology is a big part of why you're doing this. Beachbody programs are a big part of why you're doing this, but they're just a part. It's you that people need to connect with, because there are 450,000 other coaches that people could go to if they wanted Shakeology. But they want to join you. Not me, not Cindy, not Alex, unless it is for your people. But I'm saying, like, if Chloe's reaching out to somebody, Chloe's going to reach a different crowd of people than I am. And they don't want me as their coach. They want Chloe as their coach, because they've been following her. Do you understand? They've been following her posts. They're motivated by her. Cindy connects to people that I've been friends with, but she connects to them. People join her because they connect. And that's the beauty of this, is that when someone connects with you, it's just like butter. It's just so easy. And that's what's so important about branding yourself and getting your market down so that you can speak directly to them. I shared with you guys about the post I put up the other day, and I shared it in the team page. The one I was like, hey, you, hey, girl, you know, the one that you're just getting to work and you're, freaking stressed out, and you really want a vacation from your kids, but you love them so much and you really want to just be home with them. Yeah, I know you don't have time to work out, but just think about, if you did, you think that you don't want to do this because it's actually taking time away from your kids. No, honey, it's going to add to your life. And somebody responded on my like page, and she was like, you don't even know me, but you're speaking directly to me. And it's true. I don't know her. I know her because that her was me. And maybe it didn't connect to any guys, obviously, because I said, hey, girl. Okay? And that's all right. My market isn't men. Do men want to sign up with me sometimes? Not often, but some of them do. If they connect with me too. But that's what I'm talking about, being specific and talking directly to your market. Because when you talk directly to your market, they're going to connect with you and they're going to want you as their coach. But you must be consistent. You must just continue and be persistent with the posting, with the attraction marketing, with the inviting, because what happens is you're just pumping that well. I know I'm beating a dead horse, but I'm going to keep saying it. You got to keep pumping that well and pumping that well and pumping that well until you get some water. And when you get some water, damn it, you keep pumping that well and pumping that well and keep it going. Because as soon as your well runs dry, it sucks to get back. It sucks to get back. Okay? So I want to open it up if you guys have any questions about inviting, about how to invite, about who to invite. I didn't really go over that. So who to invite. Don't prejudge people, okay? Don't think someone is too old, too young. Don't think so-and-so couldn't be a coach because of whatever. You don't prejudge people. Our responsibility is not to know who's going to make a good coach. It's not for us to know who's going to lose 50 pounds. I don't want you to prejudge someone. Oh, that person is way too skinny. They don't want you to do Beachbody. No, man. They need to be healthy too. Or that person is so overweight. So I don't know if they could even do these programs. I don't know. Or this person is too old. I don't know if we even do we have a program that would even help them? Maybe that's not for them. Our responsibility is to help people. Our responsibility is to invite them to join us and leave the ball in their court to decide. Okay? So you have to put yourself out there. You have to be inviting. Don't prejudge people. When do you invite? All the time. How do you invite? Get a group going. Invite specifically to that. If you don't have a group, reach out to everybody you know and say, I started as a Beachbody coach. I'm really excited about this. Please help me create my list of people that would like to do this. I don't know that many people, but I'm really excited about this, and I know that this could change people's lives, and I'm not going to stop until I accomplish my goals, which is X, whatever your goals are. Okay? So I want to open it up if you guys have questions. So if you can unmute yourself and ask any questions. Anybody? Okay, Chloe?
No, I'm good for now.
Oh, you're good. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Does anybody else have questions?
I don't so much have a question, but I think I want to piggyback kind of off they're not doing challenge groups. I have a woman who I'm actually going to be recognizing tomorrow morning. She already had size. She had it for a really long time. But I got her into Shakeology and the containers. And she has lost 15 pounds in the last 17 days.
That's awesome.
She can't do size yet. She's rather overweight, but the motivation level that I've given her based on, she's like, I can't work out right now. I'm too heavy. It's just not going to happen. And I said, that's only like a quarter of the battle, honey. So, I mean, and she bought Shakeology home direct. She's obsessed with it. She's preaching it. And then I got her to buy the containers because that was that one girl that I couldn't get her to buy everything all at once. She kind of pieced it out. And I was like, but now, like, 15 pounds in 17 days is huge. Everybody knows that.
That's huge.
But I didn't look at her and think, okay, I know she can't work out right now because she just can't do it. So I still went with her on a totally different way. I kind of, like you say, you grab them, you mold them, you get to know them, and then you can kind of figure it out because I built that relationship with her.
Yeah. I mean, and that's true. So true. Thanks for sharing that, Kit, because it's, when you talk to people, and trust me, I did this at the beginning too. I did this when I signed up as a coach. 21 Day Fix changed my life. So I thought everybody should do 21 Day Fix. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I still kind of think everyone should do 21 Day Fix, but, 21 Day Fix isn't for everyone. Some people have bad knees and so they can't do surrenders or they can't even do lunges. And so you have to get in conversation with them. This is the part where the building a relationship is so big with them. And you say like, well, what are your goals? What are your restrictions? What do you like? Guys, do you like it? One of the women that mentored me, damn it, I wish she would sign up as a coach, but the woman that mentored me that taught me how to teach fitness classes back in college, she posted something today and she said she's a big fitness buff. And she posted something about how, trainers and fitness professionals go off of this acronym. Okay. But she said they're missing one letter, which is S, which is sustainability. Sustainability. Anyone can do anything for 21 days, for 60 seconds, for 30 minutes a day, but the sustainability factor is what is so important. And what we have to offer with the community gives them the sustainability. Giving them the Beachbody On Demand All Access gives them the sustainability. It gives them options. And so when you ask them, what do you like? Do you like to dance? Because if you're dancing, you don't even realize you are working out. You are burning calories. You are going to see results. What happens? You want to continue. You don't give up. I want to call Cindy out right now for a second, okay? Because Cindy does not like hammer and chisel, right? You're not a fan of hammer and chisel. Can you hear me? Do you? Because I feel like every time when you did it in the summer, you were just like not feeling it.
My body doesn't like it, but I like it.
So, but that's what I'm saying.
It's like too much for my body.
Yeah, but when you do 22-minute hardcore, when you do core to force, like
yeah, those are my favorite.
Yeah, and that shows. So, and I have my favorites too. Like Pio, I'm sorry, I'm something. I want to jump around. I want to I don't know. I mean, yes, you sweat and your legs burn. They do. It's a good workout. But for me, I need to be like, I don't know, just not Pio. It's not me. Is it somebody else's? Yes, there are people that are obsessed with it. My point is that don't project what you believe onto someone else. Allow them to tell you. Anybody? I know you guys got some questions because this is the number one hardest thing for people to do is invite.
I guess my biggest fear is sounding too salesy. Like,
that's a good fear.
I think that because in my head, I'm super stoked and I'm all excited. And then like I get it on paper and I look at it and go, dude, you sound like a wanker. You know, like
We're sounding like a wanker, Kate.
a wanker.
I mean, honestly,
That's a naughty British word. I'm trying to keep my potty mouth to a minimum. But like,
less is more.
And then I feel like when I do less is more, I'm literally like, yo, I like Shakeology. Like I can't seem to find my happy medium. And I don't, here's one thing. Is it okay that I cookie cutter your stuff with changing it up to sound like me?
Yeah. So my advice would be you have to make it more about you and your services than products. Okay? Because if you're like, what's salesy? Do you want to buy a challenge pack? That's salesy as fuck. Okay? But if you say, I have a challenge group coming up. The challenge group is free. It's free. It's free. You just have to buy a challenge pack. But it's free. I mean, it's true. Your services are your coaching. The coaching services are free. And honestly, anybody's going to go out and spend $100 or more a month on a gym, and they're not getting anybody cheering them on. They're getting an open door to go and do whatever machines they want. That's it. They're not getting the support. And we're not just giving them the support when they walk into the gym. We're giving them the support every single day. You want to text me? Cool, I'm here. Do you want to call me? Cool. Yeah. You think I'm raking you over the coals for some money, honey? I got $40 up you. Really? I'm not doing it for the money. So you have to believe in the services that you offer to someone, and that is what you're inviting people to. When you're inviting people to a challenge group, you got to be so excited about it. Hey, I have this challenge group that's starting on such and such date. I would really love you to be a part of it. I think that you would love it. Do you have any health and fitness goals that you'd like to reach? And that's it. That's not a salesy thing. Now they're going to say, oh boy, what does this cost? Then you say, well, I mean, there's costs associated with the product tools that you get with the challenge group, and then you don't even talk about price until the very end. You have to pull them in to their interests. You have to talk to them about their goals. People don't care what you have to talk about you. They care about themselves. How is this going to benefit me? You have to pull from them their most vulnerable spot. You have to say, what are your goals? Well, actually, I want to lose 30 pounds, or I just had a baby and I'm so sick and tired of being overweight. I'm miserable. And then you can cater to them. So maybe they don't have any money. Okay, well, I'm running a free group. Why don't you join my free group? Okay, well, I don't believe in Shakeology. Well, you know what? I got a sample pack I could would you try it? Would you just try it? Give it a chance? So you have to cater it to them. Don't sell them anything at first. And less is more. Answer the questions they are asking, and that's it.
Yeah.
Don't be like,
I learned that the hard way.
Well, I mean, we all did it. I did it. And in fact, it was funny, okay, because I invited this girl to coaching. And oh my God, she's already posting like transformation pictures on her page, and they're all Beachbody transformations. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm messaging her like with this fire. And I said to Neil, oh my God, this is everything I train everyone not to do. It was like when she wouldn't respond, I would send another message. Oh, but you know about this one. I was like, stop sending messages. Because I was just so excited. I was like, she would be so good. But you have to put the brakes on. You can only answer what they're willing to read. Because if you lose them, if they get overwhelmed, because most people don't even read long stuff. They're like, Cliff Notes, la, 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 okay. Or, ooh, that's a really long message. I'm way too busy for that. And I forget to come back to it. So less is more.
Yeah, I mean, just from a different perspective, I mean, in the beginning, I used to word vomit and stuff. And he's like, no, less is more. And so, because you answer only the questions they ask, because even though you're in your head, you're like, oh, well, they might be thinking this, or they might be thinking that, or maybe I should answer this question without them asking. They might not even be thinking that. So if you're going to give them more information than they're actually asking, you're just opening doors that they might not even have gone to. So just answer what they're asking you and provide the information for what they're asking you. And going back to like inviting and you don't want to be salesy, I never actually talk about the price of a challenge pack unless somebody specifically asks me what's the cost. Like when I'm inviting to the challenge group. And then, I say I have this challenge group. Do you have any goals? And then they kind of tell me their goals. And then I say, oh, great. Well, this is how my challenge group can help you reach your goals. And then I say, is that something that you can get on board with? And then they're like, yeah, I can definitely get on board with that. And then I'm like, okay, well, if I sent you a couple of promotional videos for some programs, would you watch them? And then I send them a bunch of links for different programs that I think would be good for them. And then, hey, did you have a chance to check them out? Do you have any questions? Yada, yada. Okay, great. They pick a program. Great. I'll send you a link. Let me know if you have any questions. And like, even at that point, I don't talk about the money unless they specifically ask me how much it costs. And then I can go into like the price and all that stuff and use those examples that Stephanie got. But basically, you're just talking about their goals. Is this something that you feel could benefit you? Can you get on board with this? Would you like to join us? Like those types of like questions I ask them without actually like, I'm not salesy whatsoever. So basically, like Stephanie said, you just have to talk about what their goals are and how this is going to specifically help them reach that goal.
And when you show people value, people are going to spend a lot of money. Okay? They don't care about the price when they know the value of the product. Our responsibility is to share the value of the product.
That's what I was going to say. When we did the Josh Coates training last month, one of the things that he said that really resonated with me is that when you're doing your invites to people to your groups, you want to add value before you remove value. So you want to offer them the world and everything that comes with it before you get into the, hey, by the way, it's a $199 all access. You don't even want to get into that. Because if you can add enough value, it won't matter what it costs and they won't care because they want everything else that's included in that. So like for me, I generally give them information about that. Like I only send a video only if they ask. I very rarely go into that because I try to do this screening. I mean, it's a lot easier now that they have this all access pass that you can really tailor it to them based on talking to them maybe later or having several different options and a plan for them. But I can honestly tell you I've sent like 3 videos ever because I feel like that was the pressure from my personal like standpoint. Like I can honestly tell you, I never.
The promo videos?
The promo videos.
Yeah. So you kind of direct them to like you get down to like one program for them and offer that, or do you just do all access at this point?
Well, at this point, the all access pass, just because it's such a phenomenal value. I mean, really, and then I get into I have a challenger, actually discount coach that just signed on with me last month, and she had asked me specifically, like, what program do you think I should start with? And I said, well, what is your biggest issue? And she said, my eating is out of control. I have a sweet tooth. I eat chips. I said, do you work out frequently? No, I don't. Okay, well then guess what? Kat is going to be your girl. So let's start with 21 Day Fix, basic eating plan, Shakeology, and Kat. I mean, that's generally the beginners. That's where I send them, depending on their, if they have knee injuries or so. I usually ask them like, how are you physically? Do you have any previous injuries? Do you have any limitations or something like that? And then go from there. But and it's funny because I say that, but as many times as Stephanie and I spoke had a conversation, no, I'm not interested. No, I'm still not interested. No, I know I have a new job now and more money, but go fly a kite. I'm still not interested. It's funny that I say this and I also send the videos because I swear on Bibles stacked high. The morning that I got up and I was putting my son in his car seat to take him to the babysitters, and on TV was the news, and I'm not even playing you guys. The 21 Day Fix infomercial came on, and it was like light bulbs went off and the skies opened, and that was the day. And I can't remember if you messaged me that day or if I messaged you that day or what happened, but like that was it. So it's funny that I tell you, like, I don't send the promo videos, and yet that was that was what went for me. But I mean, I guess for me, like, I try to group. You want the group. The group is what I want for you, is because the accountability and the support and the motivation, that is what this is about, in my opinion. I mean, yeah, the Shakeology is amazing, and you know, the workouts are great, and the nutrition plan is easy and very doable, especially for beginners. But you don't get accountability from like Nutrisystem or, I mean, Weight Watchers, whatever, but you don't get the kind of support and accountability that we get for
But
fitness.
not every day. No.
Oh, definitely not every day.
Places, you don't.
No,
yeah.
Exactly. So when I'm talking to these people, talking to my potential anybody's about what this is, it's more me going at the angle of support group, accountability group, you know, online coach, etc. Like, I mean, I don't know any other person. Like, I called my people today, every one of them, and checked in with them, every one of them. So you don't get that with them.
Yeah.
I mean, and I, you know, before All Access, I do send promo videos, because what I do is I ask them their specific goals, and then I ask them their specific interests, their restrictions. And then I say, so what if I sent you, I'll break it down based on your interests and your goals and everything. What if I sent you 2 max promo videos? I want you to watch them by tonight. Can you confirm that you're going to watch them for me tonight? And then they say, yes. And then you say, great. I'm going to follow up with you tonight at such and such time to make sure that you, because then I want to get your opinion on them. Okay. Because then they're like, oh shit, she's going to message me back. Okay. And nobody wants to be stalked. Nobody wants to be stuck with, I mean, you guys all know, I just don't play when it comes to follow-up, and I do stuff. So I am a girl true to my word through and through and through. And so I'll message back and say, hey, did you watch that video? What are your thoughts? And sometimes they'll say, I didn't get a chance to watch it. No big deal. Tell me when you can watch it. Tell me when you can watch it, because then I'm going to contact you right after that time, and then we're going to talk about it again. Sometimes they're just like, all right, just tell me the group. I'm just not going to watch. Why don't you give me your recommendation? And then, okay, so then I give them my recommendation, you know, or if they can't touch it. I mean, everybody has a different way of doing it. And the beauty of this is that when you find that way and you find that charisma and talking to people and inviting people, and you find what works for you, you get into a rhythm and you realize, well shit, that ain't that hard. Mm-hmm. But the thing is that you have to do it in order to get into that rhythm. And if you're not doing it, then you're not going to get into that rhythm. Okay. So I think we freak ourselves out with the what if, and the what if is so much bigger and scarier than the reality. Mm-hmm. So what if someone said no? How do you picture them saying no? No, sorry, that's not for me. But how do you picture them saying, no, I hate you. No. Unfriend, right? That's the worst thing. You're like, my coworker
devil coming out of their mouth.
My ex coworker has deleted me as a friend twice now.
Twice. Did they refriend you?
They refriended you because they
wanted to give you another chance.
No, listen, because I don't play, and I messaged him and was like, really? Unfriend? Really, it's like that?
Just unfollow me. Don't unfriend me.
And then he was like, oh, shoot, my kids were playing with my phone.
Yeah.
And then I messaged again, really? You unfriended me again?
You know what I told, like, I've told this to like my team and my coaches and stuff. I've told them, I'm like, you know, exactly what you said. If you wait for people to, I mean, you may get like 1 or 2 hits on your post or something, but if you wait for people to come to you and you never say anything, then you're going to be waiting forever. You're never going to have anybody come to you. And I mean, I'm pro for pushing off inviting because I hate it that much. I mean, I really hate it. I'll do 30 invites on one day so I don't have to do invites for 3 days. Like, that's how I do it. But I've told them, like, you just have to do it, because what's the worst that could happen? We have an amazing thing. I said this in my video in my group the other day. We have this amazing stuff to offer people. See, it's their bad, their loss if they say no. It's not our bad, because guess what? We're still drinking Shakeology, and we've got hair that grows fast and nails that are strong. It's not their fault.
All expense paid trip to Utah, and then I'm going to an all expense paid trip to Punta Cana, and then I'm going to Summit, and then I'm going to Vegas. I'm going to Riviera Maya.
Where is 2018?
Riviera Maya, Mexico.
Babe, it's Riviera Maya. That's where we're gonna go.
So no, 2018 was how you had to qualify last year.
Or to qualify.
Kidding. There's a different one.
So how it works is you have to qualify the year prior to.
I never remember. I read it once.
I know, but you know what? They're getting better. They're starting to get better about how you qualify. So, because I personally think it kind of stinks that like new coaches, even if they do really well, they're kind of out of the running if they join like later. So I think they're trying to rework it. So, but anyway, I don't want to keep you guys too much longer. I'm here all the time.
All night.
If you have any questions about anything, okay? But I've done this call and I've presented this call before and I've had videos of it to share. But because this is one of your most important vital behaviors. You can do personal development and get really right in your head. You can be self-helping yourself up, down, all around. And
you ain't inviting.
You can be proof the products work all you want in front of your mirror.
Grapes?
Yeah. And you can be recognizing yourself for your success. But if you are not inviting people, they're not going to join you. And you're not going to have success. Okay? So let me end the recording here.